Lembas bread was made for the elves. However, few mortals had access to this bread, since it was believed that mortals would become weary of their mortality and desire to live among the elves. For example, Frodo and Sam used lembas for substance due to a large supply having existed in Lothlórien distributed by Galadriel. While this is the first implementation by Tolkien with the publishing of Lord of the Rings, the first use of this bread by a mortal was actually by Túrin Turambar, given from Melian to Beleg with this intent. Lembas was first made by Yavanna. It was made from wheat corn, but due to the dim sunlight this diminished in virtue. The making of this bread was first taught by Orme of Vala as a gift from Manwë to the 3 elder women of the elves. By the time they went to Beleriand, there was none left, though the Noldor brought them new ones. Galadriel was one of the chief inheritors of Lembas. However, after the death of Arwen, the bread was lost forever in Middle-earth. Melian gave Túrin, the leader of Nargothrond, this bread as she showed favor to him, though it was through his friend Beleg. "Another gift I will give to you, Cuthalion," said Melian. "That shall be your help in the wild, and the help also of those whom you choose." And she gave him store of lembas, the waybread of the elves, wrapped in leaves of silver, and the threads that bound it were sealed at the knots with the seal of the queen, a wafer of white wax shaped as a single flower of Telperion, for according to the customs of the Eldalier, the keeping and giving of lembas belonged to the queen alone. In nothing did Melian show greater favor to Túrin than in this gift, for the Eldar had never before allowed men to use this waybread, and seldom did so again. Beleg would part and return to Doriath. Meanwhile, Túrin would find Mien, a dwarf who had come of dwarves from ancient days, as they had hoped for a place to stay. They eventually stayed in his hidden house of Amon-Rûd. Meanwhile, Túrin and Beleg would reunite in midwinter, when he brought a dragon, Dimbar, and remained with Túrin. Those that were hurt or sick he tended, and gave to them the lembas of Melian, and they were quickly healed, for though the grey elves were less in skill and knowledge than the exiles in Valinor, in the ways of the life of Middle-earth they had a wisdom beyond the reach of men. Aside from this, in a few other instances, it is not common for mortals to have access to lembas.